Didn't know you were right there. Hold on a second. Let me just put this away. Set it right there. Hey guys, Levi from the Rag Company. And in today's video, we are going through what's in my detailing cart. Now, you guys have probably already watched Anthony's video on what's in his detailing cart, and it was good. That was good. I'll give him some, I give him maybe a 7 out of 10 on how he stacked his cart. But you gotta remember, I'm the master of shine, and I do things differently. So, I am gonna show you what the last 28 years of my detailing experience has been, and what I actually use on a day-to-day basis, well, more like a weekend basis, when I'm detailing cars at my house. So, we are gonna go through everything on this cart. So starting with, you probably noticed that I have these, they look like buckets. They're called totes, and I've got 2 variations. Now, these are what I used in my shop, and you've probably heard, this is something that we talked about on a number of the old detox from way back in the day when Ivan talked about using a tote for products. That was a long time ago. And I started using it in my shop. But the process has worked so well, I've continued to use it. So these are both Husky totes. This is the newest style, and it's, well, like a wash bucket, basically. As you can see, I even put a little branding on it. It's got my old shop on there. Now, you can outfit these however you want, but the way I have them in my garage is I use them to put products for whatever step I'm actually working on. So, if I am working on an interior detail, like this one, I've got all my interior products right here ready to go, right? So now I can just take this off my shelf in my garage. It's got everything I need. And I can make a list of everything that's on it so I know what's missing, what I need, maybe what I need to restock, what I need to refill. I can pull towels from one of my other totes and I can load it up. So now all I gotta do is take this to my car, and I can set it down and I can work out of this. Or I can put on my detail helper belt and I can pull stuff and throw it in there, right? So this one, we've kind of outfitted for outside washing. So I've got everything I need. I've got some wash mitts, I got some tire dressing, I got some force, and I've got a little clay scrubber in here, as well as screwdrivers. This is imperative, especially if you're doing this for a living. Keep a couple screwdrivers right there with you, because you never know when you need to take off license plates. That's a big one. So on my cart, I can throw my tote if I want to. So let's just say we're doing an interior. I have most of the stuff that I need to work on the interior right here, ready to go. And at my shop, I would put a tote on my detail cart. So that way I could wheel it up alongside the vehicle, and I have everything I need to work on a car, and I can put stuff down, I can grab my soda, I can clean the windows, I can do all kinds of stuff. So these totes are actually pretty awesome, and one of the things I recommend. So let's start going through them. Obviously, we've got brushes, right? When I'm doing an interior detail, I like using tons of different types of brushes, and I always make sure I have everything. And this is true, you can go to my house, maybe go back to one of those relatable garage videos, and see the stuff that I'm talking about. But these are the brushes I use literally in my garage working on a vehicle. Gotta have a color lock brush. Of course, I love having a screwball in there because the boar's hair, I can get into cup holders much easier, quicker, simpler. Just makes it just all the way around better. VLB for cleaning my leather. And then this is something most people don't realize. This is the interior scrub brush. This is a tire brush. I use my tire brush to clean carpets because it's not so stiff that it's going to do a lot of damage, but it's soft enough that I can clean and scrub my carpets really well. And if I have some stubborn dirt or grime that's on those plastics, this is a little stiffer, but it's still extremely gentle. So I'm not having too much problems with it. This is still a very stiff brush, but a very soft brush at the same time. So that's why I like having 2 different types of Detail Factory brushes for that reason. Now, in this, maybe I've got my carpet stuff, right? So I've got everything I need to do carpets, maybe some Terminator, some Finisher, some Carpet Bomber. Maybe I've got some Polestar in there, and then my glass cleaner, Express, of course, because I love that stuff. And then I always finish it off with Top Star. Now, for those wondering, I put Top Star in a IK sprayer. That way I can spray the interior down, and then I go do what I call a baking method, and I wipe everything down. Now, if you're wondering my process, you can go to our website, theragcompany.com, go all the way to the bottom where it says FAQs, click that link, and it will take you right down there, and you will see exactly Levi Gates's standard operating procedures and how I actually work on a car. So, as you can see, I've got those things. I also love having a boar's hair brush. I find myself reaching for boar's hair more for interior detailing than I do something that's soft and delicate. Now, the reason is I know people go, oh, but you're gonna scratch, you're gonna damage your piano blacks. Not every car has piano black, and not every car is perfect piano black. If I had perfect piano black, then of course I'm gonna pull this brush. But if you are doing a daily driver, a car that everybody and anybody uses, boar's hair is gonna be fine, because unless they're paying you to polish and take care of all that stuff inside there, they just want it clean. They've already scratched it up. They've already made it dirty. Use this, and it's not even gonna scratch. So we get everything in there. As you can see, I got my air blaster right here. Fits in one of the little holes, which is great. Then, after we get these guys back in, I'll show you some of the other stuff that I like using as well. And again, what I love about this is it's got slots and holes and everything that you need so you can put your stuff in there. This tote has everything I need to wash the vehicle. Now, I'm using, in this scenario, a pair of 5-gallon buckets. Maybe they're Yeti buckets, maybe they're just regular buckets. But the point is, I've got 2 buckets with grit guards, ready to rock and roll, with water in both. Now, if I'm rinseless washing, I'm throwing, you know, maybe a couple ounces of my favorite rinseless. I'm throwing in there, right? So that's already done, ready to go, right? Or if I'm soap washing, you know, maybe I got one of my favorite soaps in there and I've got that set up and ready to go. Then I'm gonna need my wash media. I'm a pad guy. I would much rather use a pad than a wash mitt. That's just me, it's personal taste. And then I always do love having a USS. Here's the reason. USS works in both soap or rinseless. So I've always got this guy ready to rock and roll anytime I need it. The Ultra utility brush, this is killer for grills. Anything that you need when you got to get in those deep channels and crevices and stuff. Looks like somebody already used this for tire dressing, so we're not going to use it on a grill. But the point is, that is a great brush for those situations. The other new kid on the block that I cannot live without is the Ultra wheel and body brush. And this gets in all those awesome spots that you can just, oh, this brush is the key. Last but not least for brushes, the Detail Factory large size tire brush. Stiff, it's easy, it's comfortable. This also works in interiors if you want. So this is a great brush to have as well. And then of course, I've got some Forced. I've got some Magic Wheel Cleaner, and I have some dressings in case I need it at the end, and a clay scrubber. But pretty much all that goes into my wash bucket. I wash the vehicle and then I dry it off. And of course, I've got a 1500 right here on my cart. So I dry the whole car with this 1500. And that's something that I actually use all the time. And the reason for it is it's so absorbent. I have 3 cars at home, and I can wash and dry all 3 cars with this 1500. All right, so you want to start doing some polishing. Well, you're going to need some polishing towels. Edgeless 300s are the easiest, simplest way to get in the door with a 70-30 blend, 300 GSM that'll work with both compound and polish removal. But here's the other thing. It will work great on interiors. Then for my Ultra Plush, a couple of Wolf packs. Those things are great. I love my Wolf towels and they work surprisingly well. But the newcomer on the block, The one that has basically unseated my 300s, it's right here. Let me see if I can get it. Jimmy, I don't think I can get it. Anyway, it's the Ultra XL, the Rip and Rag. It's a 70/30 pearl weave. Man, it's nothing like just ripping a towel anytime you need it. It's fresh, it's perfect, it's clean, it's ready to rock and roll. I find that I've gone through 2 boxes of these in the last 2 months. That might be excessive, but I love ripping those rags all the time. And then I can either toss it or I can wash it. And it's a great option to have. It's also highly affordable. So the next time you're running low on towels and you need something, maybe you need a backup, or this is gonna be your primary, you should pick up a box of the Ultra XL Rip and Rags today. And that way, you've got a towel always on deck, ready to rock and roll, and be able to get all those different jobs done. So, we need to polish a car, right? So I've got a 15 mounted right here on the side. This is my go-to, the Rupes LHR 15. I love this tool. This is one of my favorites. I got thousands of hours underneath it, and this paired with my 21 and my LHR 75 are really all I need. But the Mark III is indispensable for what I use it for. Now, I love Last Cut. It's a go-to. This will get you pretty much 95% of almost all paint types on the market, and its correctability is insane. And the fact that it's pad dependent, meaning this is the only product you need when you're cutting, whether you're polishing or finish polishing, this is it. I can wet sand a vehicle and cut everything out with this product. And that's one of the things I love, is it's easy, simple, and quick, and I only have one product that I need to worry about. Pads, right? This is a pad dependent cut, and we got a 15, so we're gonna need a 5-inch pad. My go-tos, these are the 2 that I use the most, is the Rupes DA Coarse Wool and the DA Fine Yellow Pad. These 2, if you don't have anything else, these 2 will do the majority of the heavy lifting on all paint surfaces. This thing cuts and finishes perfectly. Most of the time, I'm only using this product with this pad for a 1-step, and I'm finished, I'm done. Other times, if it's a very clean car, doesn't need a whole lot, then I'm switching over to the softer yellow foam. Now, once I've gotten all that done, and I am ready to paint prep or wipe the vehicle down, sometimes I like to put a little rinseless in my IK multi-sprayer. I'll soak my towels down. I'll give the car a good wipe down again before I hit it with a paint prep. I actually have my panel wipe in my wash bucket. And then you're wondering, Levi, what do you do when you're done? When you're going to wipe everything down, what's your go-to solution? Your sealant maybe that you're working with? Well, I like coatings, and I put a lot of coatings on, but they better be paying me to put on a coating, right? The customer is expecting that type of coating, then I'm gonna put the coating that they request. But for everybody else and my own personal stuff, I love utilizing Inspiration Defender paired with Dreammaker. These 2 are my absolute go-tos. I've got gallons of these at my house, and the reason is I love how easy and simple it is to apply Inspiration Defender on there. You can wipe it on all surfaces, glass, some rubber, wheels, paint, plastic trim, everything. Wipe on, wipe off, super simple. Then, after I've let that sit a little bit, maybe I've gone back and I'm cleaning my windows, right? Squirting a little glass cleaner on here. I'm wiping out, doing the box method, and then coming back with my FTW, cleaning the glass, right? Finishing it up, streak-free shine. I come back, take one of my Wolfpack towels here, spray a little Dreammaker in it, shake that bottle up, hit a couple spritzes all over the paint. Wipe the whole car down again with this, checking to make sure I don't have any high spots or smudges or streaks, or maybe I missed some compound that I never removed. But I'm going back over and doing my last touch with Dreammaker and a Wolfpack. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't bring you over here to the Rip and Rag, the 1212. This is a great towel, again, for the ability to rip it off, and I can take this, and when I'm finished working, I put a little product on there, and I can use this to clean my tools, wipe down my machines, make sure everything is looking its absolute finest before I put everything away. I can use it to wipe off compound and product. I can do all kinds of stuff. When I'm done, I can just toss that towel. So again, it's all about efficiency. I love having the totes because the totes allow me to go to my job without having to keep coming back, but I can also set them on the cart so that I know that everything right here in front of me is designed for this job. Everything right here in front of me is designed for this job. And I can put it all back and I can move it, or I can take it, set it on the second shelf here of this detailing cart. So there you have it, everything you need to know about what is in Levi's detailing cart. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Take care, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you right here for more videos at the Rag Company YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.